A lot of non-preppers say when they find out you're a prepper, something to the effect of, well, if the shit hits the fan, I'm coming to your house. Here's a list of skills that you damn sure better have if you plan on showing up at my house and getting in. You know, a viewer recently asked me, Van Prepper, in a real survival or shit hits the fan situation, what kind of skills would it take for you to let somebody into your house? And that really got me thinking, so I started to put together a little bit of a list. Now, this person submitted their list to me, and amazingly, their list, almost everything on their list is something I would be looking for and a skill that I would be willing to let this person in to my house on. But here's a little list I put together. Skills that you better have so that you offer me something in return for me sharing my limited resources. Medical skills. If you've got any kind of level of medical training at all, you are going to be invaluable in an SHTF situation. It's just the fact of the matter. People are going to be looking, without the ability to go to doctors, to see nurses, any of that stuff. If you are a doctor or nurse, or you have any level of training, any kind of paramedic, anything like that, just a little bit of training, you are invaluable and you can come into my house anytime. Mechanical skills, like car repair or small machine repair, the fact of the matter is that keeping vehicles running is something that I don't know how to do. I suck. I can't repair cars. That's a skill I would definitely be looking for. Now, if I was a guy that already knew how to repair cars, I'm probably not going to be looking for that skill so much because I can do it myself, and I'm not going to be willing to trade my resources in return for that. But for me, that's a very valuable resource that I would definitely be willing to share my resources with other people in return for them being able to keep my cars and my vehicles running. Because the fact of the matter is, you're going to be able to scrounge up a little bit of gas, at least for a while, and it's a lot easier to get around, to make runs or do other things if you've got a vehicle to do that in. Electronic skills, and what I mean by electronic skills, listen, I get the people that say there's not going to be any electricity come SHTF, but necessity is the mother of invention. And you see it already, but you're going to see it a lot more in an SHTF situation where people are rigging up solar panels, wind turbines, things like that. They're going to be rigging those things up to run their electrical equipment, charge their batteries, keep their communication systems going, keep their radio systems going. And the fact of the matter is that if you know how to do those things, you're going to be pretty valuable to almost anybody in an SHTF situation if you know how to build, put together, maintain those kinds of things. Farming, gardening, that is a skill that, most people take it for granted. They think come SHTF, they're just going to dig a hole, throw some seeds in the ground, and stuff's magically going to come up. Well, the fact of the matter is, for any of us who have any gardening experience, we know that's not how it works. It's a trial and error system. It's something that you kind of cultivate that skill. And if you are somebody who has farming or gardening experience and you can grow vegetables and maintain those vegetables, and you know how to really bring about a good harvest, then you've got a pretty valuable skill. And that would be a skill that I would definitely be, as much as I am good at gardening, I'm kind of lazy and I don't like to do it, and you would be welcomed into my house if you would take that burden from me in SHTF, and I'll share my resources, my seeds, and the inevitable bounty that comes from that with you in an SHTF situation. Following right on the heels with that is the ability to can, dehydrate, smoke things, to keep things preserved for a long time, to keep your food items preserved, because we're not going to have refrigerators, obviously. We're not going to have, the kind of modern conveniences. So if you're somebody who has those kind of skills, you're going to be valuable to me, and I think to most other preppers in an SHTF situation. And finally, marksmanship or tactical training. If you know how to handle a weapon, to maintain a weapon, to keep them going, to repair weapons, you're going to find, whether you find it with me or you find it with somebody else, you are going to find a niche that you fit in, because people are going to be looking. That's why I stockpile, a bunch of Mosin Nagants and some other rifles, is that I can arm other people, and I would be happy to have you come in. And listen, if you're a really good marksman, I'm not going to stick you with the Mosin Nagant. Trust me, I'm going to give you something good, something better, and we will get you hooked up, and you would be welcomed in my home to help me defend myself and my family. Those are some of the skills I would be looking for in an SHTF situation to let you come into my home if you had not prepared already. Let me know what you guys think, and let me know what kind of skills it would take to get into your house in a real-life SHTF situation. Remember, no matter what kind of skill set you have, it's always a lot better and a lot easier to prepare ahead of time so that you don't have to take the risk to get to somebody else's house, maybe get shot when you get there, maybe get shot on the way, and you can stay home, maintain your stuff, protect your stuff, and have that plan in place ahead of time. I'm Van Prepper. Happy shooting, everybody.